Loads of football to talk about tonight, Dean, and we watched all the games. We had them all on, so we was across it all. I concentrated on watching Spurs after my rant on Sky Sports this morning about the board and how I saw the investment, and they've gone and put in a top performance.
Obviously, the players were listening.
Oh, well, you never know.
In the room, just before kick-off, Sky Sports News on.
I may have had a few people from Spurs give me a little message and about my chat, but I think it needed to be said. And at the end of the day, I think the fans have been really frustrated about Spurs at the moment, about the lack of top quality players at the football club, the lack of signings that we've made in terms of really taking the club forward. And I think it's about time someone stood up and said something. So had to be done. But I don't know if I'll be getting an invite into the director's box anytime soon.
No, I think you've got a point. You've got a point, but they are fifth in the league, and no matter how much money they spend, it's going to be difficult to jump above Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal. The money they've spent.
It was above Arsenal last season.
Yeah, but it's going to be difficult to do it all the time. If Arsenal have spent a load of money again, you can't. I mean, the players he's brought in, Conte, have done well. I think the ones he's brought in.
No,
haven't you?
No.
Well, I think Kulusevski's done well. Bentancur's done well. Romero's done well. Perisic has done all right.
Romero wasn't.
No, who was the other one he signed?
He brought in Perisic. He brought in Basuma.
Yeah, struggled.
Royale.
Yeah, Royale struggled a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's brought in Lenglet for me. It hasn't been good enough. But they put in a big performance tonight, though. I mean, one thing, tonight's performance, watching Spurs recently, and every Spurs fan knows, conceding the first goal, sitting off, not attacking, no creativity, no ideas. Tonight, I saw a Spurs team where I was excited about. We played on the front foot. We went after it in the first 10, 15 minutes, and then we had a spell where we couldn't get out. Harry Kane was dropping a bit too deep. Second half, come out absolutely superb. Top performance. Was moving the ball quickly, passing it quickly, creating chances, energy all over the park, running off the ball. I mean, that's the Spurs that you want to see week in, week out. And that's the frustrating thing. And that's why Spurs fans get the ump and look and go, what is going on? Because you can see the performances of the players that they can put in. You can see what Tottenham's in there, but they're just not doing it anywhere near enough. It's too inconsistent and constantly going a goal down. Tonight, we didn't. I thought Palace were poor.
Well, yeah, I didn't think there was a lot of difference first half. I thought they were slightly more on the front foot, only slightly. It was 0-0 at half time. They got away with a few close shaves, a couple of penalty decisions, but they're not pressing. And for me, they're not pressing the right way, high enough up the pitch, not winning the ball back and giving it to the players they've got on the edge of the box. Harry Kane's 25 yards in his own half, and they're just letting teams come on top of him. I mean, for me, the shape he plays, he's got a 5-2 and then 3, sort of Kane up the middle with Son tucked in and Gill tucked in.
Yeah. You
can't press man for man in that shape because you've got Eric Dyer as a spare man. So you're a man short when you're pressing. When you go and press a team, full court press, it's got to be, 11 against 11. Everybody pushes in. You can't leave a spare man.
Yeah.
So when the ball goes to Crystal Palace's fullbacks tonight, instead of Son going and pressing the right back, Perisic should leave his slot as left wing back, and Doherty, they should be pressing the fullbacks. Son should press the centre back. Kane should press the other centre back. So really, in that shape, you're 4-4-2. In that shape, where you leave 3 defenders back on the halfway line. Whatever side of the pitch you press in, Doherty gets round or Perisic gets round, but they're not doing it. And then you can win the ball high enough up the pitch. I think he's frightened of getting them out of the shape.
Yeah,
and that's why they struggle early on.
Yeah, I agree. Look, Spurs fans obviously have your say on tonight's game. A big performance. Finally, a performance was worthy of a Tottenham side. And what's next? Where do we go? Investment obviously has to be there. I've said that. We need to bring in some top players, some top recruits. If you looked at the bench today, I mean, the bench was nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough at Spurs. It's crazy, really, when you look at the bench and the amount of money that we have spent over the last 5 years.
We forgot him. He's done well.
Look, Richarlison's injured, and he's a big miss for us. Bentancur's a big miss for us. We need him in the side. So, there's players there that are missing. Kulusevski's obviously a loss. So you're taking 3 of your best players out of the team, of course, and that's going to hurt you. But we need top players at the football club now. If we want to kick on, if we want to stay in this hunt for, top four where you want to be, where Tottenham see themselves with the stadium and the training ground, you have to invest in big players, not squad fillers, not good players.
How much does a big player cost?
70 million.
So you got to buy what, 3?
Million. Yeah, you need
200 million.
All right. It's got to be done.
Put your hand in your pocket. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but this is what Conte done. He brought in squad players because the squad wasn't good enough. So he's tried to bring in squad players, and now now he's saying, he's come out and said, we need to buy top players. We need centre-halves, we need wing-backs, we need top players. That's what they got to do. Tonight, they're putting a decent performance. I'm not getting overexcited. Good performance, well done. Poor Palace team. Didn't think they was good enough tonight. But Tottenham, that's a performance that I want to see, but I've got to see it consistently every week. Let's go to Joe, who's a Spurs fan. All right, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Right, lads. Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year.
And you, Joe. Look, massive result finally for Spurs. Decent performance. Played on the front foot. We got back Conte now. The Daniel Levy and the board got to put some money in this transfer window. Sign a couple of top quality players. The bench weren't good enough tonight. It was miles off it. The bench weren't good enough, but the players out on the pitch, the starting 11, got it done.
Yeah, that's my point really. Tonight just shows to me that it hasn't been great, Brentford and Villa, but Conte's shown what he can do with these sort of players. The players have looked up to it tonight, and now I think it's just over to Daniel Levy and his mates to back Conte really this January, because he's shown what he can do when he's got the team going. He can rip teams apart like that, like last season, and now it's just over to the board to back him really for the rest of this window.
Yeah, look, Joe, I was on Sky earlier and I had a bit of a rant, and I had a few people from Spurs reach out, and they sent me a few things in terms of net spend and money and things like that, but he said, he has been backed, Spurs have spent this and Spurs have spent that. I said, it's the quality of signings.
Yeah, it's not good enough, the quality.
The quality of players that we've brought in has to be better. It's all right bringing in squad players to improve the squad, but where's the top players?
Yeah, I think that's what we went wrong with really in the summer. Other teams around us sort of did that, Man United, Newcastle, and we just built a more in-depth squad really. Had players like Longley, who I don't think is good enough. No. We should have got a top centre-back. But yeah, that's the problem. And like you say about Sky Sports, I'm sure I speak for many Spurs fans when I say I appreciate people like you, ex-players, going on calling the board out like that.
Yeah, I know.
It needs to happen more, I think.
You can't go back again.
I know. Lost my season ticket. That's all right. I'll always be a voice. I mean, look, things have got to be said, and I think you know how it is, Dean. Sometimes you just got to say it how it is. And
no, I agree with most of it.
Look, the thing is, I love the club. I love Spurs. It's a brilliant club, a fantastic fan base. When you're seeing it fall behind, when there's opportunities to really kick on, like getting Champions League football and go, right, here we go, let's kick on now. And then you see us falling behind again and not being good enough, and the signing's not being good enough, and you think, come on, the board, come on. Give us something to really get some top players in and really make a statement to the Premier League, because we've got money to spend. The money's there.